Can I say please help Mrs. Harrison out?
Yeah.
Please help Mrs. Harrison out. Please like and subscribe.
Thank you. Picasso wire line drawings for ages 11 and older. Supplies: wire cutters or scissors, round nose pliers, flat nose pliers, dowels or pencils and markers, several colors of soft wire cut in 14-inch lengths, 3-inch pieces of scrap wire, pencils and paper. Setup: to prepare for this lesson, gather the supplies and set them out on cookie sheets from the dollar store, or old lunch trays with dividers work great. Wait to put them on the table until you are ready. The wire and pliers are too tempting for the kids, and you want them to pay attention to the lesson. Make one tray of supplies for every table, or about every 4 or 5 students. The wire used for this project is soft and cheap. I've been buying it at Walmart lately, but any art and craft supply store should have cheap wire. You might even have luck at the hardware store. It is usually available in gold, silver, bronze, black, and lots of bright colors. Keep the gauge or thickness of the wire between 16 and 18, a little thicker than cooked spaghetti. The thicker the wire, the easier it is to handle. If you use the template I provided in the show notes, you will need to cut the wire about 14 inches in length. If you create your own designs, measure the wire according to your template. I use this lesson online as an introduction to the tools we use later in jewelry making, but that aspect can easily be left out, and I will go over it both ways. I admit, I was not a huge fan of Pablo Picasso until I discovered his line drawings. They are beautiful in their simplicity. I came across his drawings of his dachshund named Lump when searching for a birthday gift for my sister. She has a sweet and loyal dachshund who is part of her family. You see, Lump, German for rascal, belonged to a photographer named David Duncan. At the time, Lump was not getting along with Duncan's other dog, so he brought Lump along with him on assignment at Picasso's home in Cannes. Who knows if it was Pablo's idea or Lump's, but the dachshund stayed with Picasso and immediately became family. Picasso created a dinner plate for the dog, who ate his meals from it at the table. The drawing of Lump was the beginning of a series of line drawings of a variety of animals and also a couple of human figures. You can see them at pablopicasso.net/drawings, and I provided a few in the show notes. Start the class by showing the students some of Pablo Picasso's Cubism drawings and ask if anyone knows the artist. Discuss how Cubism is drawing one picture with several different views at one time and see what the kids think of that. If they like it, if they don't, if they think it's weird. I love to hear kids' honest opinions on art. I once introduced The Kiss by Klimt, and one of the kids said it looked like they were wrapped up in a golden burrito. Now every time I see the painting, I think, it does look like they are inside a golden burrito. Next, show the students the line drawings Picasso made and tell them they are by the same Cubist artist. Notice how simple they are, and yet every animal is instantly recognizable. Line is the most simple form of art, and it is the foundation for most art, even paintings and sculpture. Have them think on the fact that they are already line art experts, since every time they sign their name, they have created their own original line art, unique to only them. Then tell them the sweet story about Lump the dachshund. Now for the project. Point out the difference between the round nose pliers used for making curves and loops, the flat nose pliers for making bends and corners, and the wire cutters for trimming. This project can easily be done by hand, without pliers, and by using pencils and markers instead of dowels to make rounded curves. Scissors will cut the soft wire, but over the long run, it will damage them. Demonstrate how to safely cut wire by trimming with the waste side pointed down to the table. The harder the wire is to bend, also known as temper, the more the wire tends to fly across the room when you cut it. I tell the students that I don't want anyone blinding their neighbor, and I also have small kids using this classroom, so they need to control and throw away their scrap wire. Give them a moment to play with the scrap wire and tools, bending, curving, and cutting. When they are ready, have them trace the line drawings with their wire. Caution them to be careful not to poke their eyes with the end of the wire while they're working with it. If it makes you feel better, ask the science teacher to borrow goggles for the students. Take the end of the wire and hold it down to the starting point of a line drawing design. With your other hand, take the wire and trace the line with it. Then repeat. Hold and bend until you reach the end, then trim. Remember, trim with scrap end down toward the table. I am always asked, can we make up our own designs? Of course! The template is just a suggestion or for practice. Have them make their own line drawing to trace with wire, but remember, keep it simple. I love this project. It's easy, it's fun, and the end results are beautiful. What do you think of this lesson, guys?
Awesome!